Uh, Hi. Okay. I guess my internet got reloaded again, and for now I see stable bitrate, so that's good. Um, it seems alright for now. Hopefully, please don't go down. All right. Okay. Phew. I hope we're back. Hi again. Sorry that I kind of got lost there for a moment. I basically streamed the opening timer, and finally here we are. um, so yeah. Hopefully we're good. Welcome back. Thank you. All right. So now you texted. I see definitely that I appear to be back. So what's going on? How are you doing? How's your sleep? Hope you slept well. I guess I'm just in time on Saturdays. If you want to wake up early, but who wants to wake up early on weekends? But still, I guess it's a pretty comfortable time for you, isn't it? That's actually pretty nice. And it's a comfortable time for me mostly. That's why I stream at that time. Phew, right, so what happened last time is that we played the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, and we're gonna continue and probably finish it. We got a bunch of endings, but a bunch of endings are, especially with the bucket, are still unresolved. So we are going to see that through, basically. So yeah. I guess we can just continue. I'm alright as well, pretty well, and then hopped in the shower, so I'm feeling pretty comfy. That's an awesome feeling. I was honestly like, I woke up, I was mildly sweaty, then I walked the dog, I was even more sweaty, and then I hopped into the shower, and I was like washing myself with the cool water, and it was a delight. So yes, I get your feel. That's awesome. Hopefully you will enjoy the comfy stream as well. All right, let's switch the screens. So last time, if you remember, we actually launched the game twice, so we could move different settings around, adjust different things, which was just for the sake of funsies. I wonder what the game will actually invite us to do now. That's what I'm curious about. You have missed the bucket. Now it will certainly be even more like, I guess you miss the feeling of reassurance it brings, right? At least now it's way more, I don't know, reassuring. That's what's gonna be. Way more reassuring. What time is it? Does anyone really truly know? Of course they don't. Nobody knows anything. You and I don't even know each other. We're like strangers. Sure, you have adjusted all of the game settings to your exact specifications, but who hasn't? It's just what I do, like a day job. And now, the job is over. There is no more information for me to gather. I've collected all the data on you that I can. And I still don't really know you. And you don't know me. And neither of us know what time it is. I guess some settings are just unsettable. But if I'm being totally honest, the clock doesn't do anything in the game anyway. You won't have me here when the game starts next time, but that's okay. Video games were meant to be played alone. You like being alone, don't you? That's maybe the only information I really learned about you. Well, it's time for me to leave. There is still one more setting that we need to adjust, but it may take a little while before I'm ready for that. It's not really in my job description, but that's okay. Perhaps you'll see me again if you can find me. Talk soon. Aww. if I can find him, that's interesting. And that's quite an interesting... Oh, we got the epilogue already! Damn! Okay. But yeah, goodbye mysterious voice. Okay, I don't like how my FPS suddenly started to drop for some reason. I don't like that one bit, honestly. I wonder if that's gonna continue in game, because it never happened before. I mean, with this game, so that's really something I do not like. Does it seem like their frames are a bit lower sometimes? Like I don't know, not as smooth as I used to be. I don't like this. It's like it drops to like 28 FPS. Okay, I guess I'll be able to play Epilogue a bit later, but for now let's try and begin the normal game, basically, and see if it works. Oh no, it really drops, doesn't it?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What is going on? Does it look bad? That's what I'm curious about. Okay, something's up with my CPU or something, I don't know. Just a sec. Okay, I'll try to remove avatars for now. Alright. Okay. Okay, let's try. The bucket.
The bucket made Stanley want to be a better man and a better co-worker. In time, perhaps, he would become both of those things.
In time, of course. In time.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
Number 1 dead. I hate monkeys.
Truly, being here with the bucket was a grand adventure. Stanley reflected on all they'd been through together. First, walking through the door on the right, then walking to the lounge, then arriving at the lounge. What a thrilling journey the bucket had inspired. Perhaps this was where the bucket felt most truly at home, here in the employee lounge. Perhaps it's the only place a bucket can even feel at home. Stanley decided to just give the bucket absolutely as much time as it needed to be in the lounge. Clearly, the bucket and the employee lounge shared a special connection.
Okay, let's see. Okay, we're good.
But finally, the bucket was done being in the lounge, and they took the first open door on their left to get back to business. And so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Nope. I was, so if we go here without the bucket, it's where the adventure line comes in, eventually. But now,
good, Stanley.
with the
I'm
bucket,
glad you found your way
let's
here.
see.
I knew you'd find this place eventually.
Huh? The baby?
You see,
the
your
wife?
friends and I are concerned for you.
Friends?
We've come together
What?
here because we
The
care
computer?
about you very much.
Broom
It's
closet?
this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it.
What about the broom closet though? Hey, it's fully here. I can just stay here though. But okay, he doesn't say anything. It's just like, it's just a broom closet. Okay, Adventure Line, I guess. Thank you for the gathering here. I know you'll love me and stuff.
Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
The music is back! Yay!
Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Yes, it's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
What do you mean? The bucket? Do I have to give up the bucket now?
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer.
Oh no!
I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree?
No, I don't.
Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out.
We
for
already
you.
killed the bucket once though.
Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
No! Turn it off.
Now
Let me
listen to
go.
me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the bucket destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the bucket destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about?
The bucket?
Closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of bucket destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the bucket destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the bucket destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and...
What is this pressure? Jeez.
The bucket destroyer, my prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now.
Not
Goodbye,
gonna.
new friend.
Nah, bucket
For the
forever.
moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
Hi Alicia, welcome. Yeah, bucket is love, bucket is life. We all hail the bucket. But I mean, can you actually really give it up and destroy it though? I'm curious, just for the sake of finding out. I mean, it would pain my heart.
All of his co-workers were
but
gone. What could it mean?
I don't know.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Not everyone is so lucky to have a bucket, but Stanley is a very lucky fellow. Very lucky indeed. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and this was not the correct way to the meeting room. But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
How are you doing?
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this no, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
Have you played through all the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe by now, or rather the Stanley Parable 2? Okay, what if I actually do destroy the bucket?
Through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
I know it's bad, but I want to check it out, if I can, if there is even a choice for that.
Oh, good Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place.
Yeah. Sure.
You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, that's what the fans want. Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
Yeah, surely. No, I want my bucket. I mean...
Now this is what the Stanley
Parable
is all about.
We will have to give it away, though.
Those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Unfortunately.
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Yes, it's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up. Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer. I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me, it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree? Can you guess what the bucket destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye.
Oh,
to
I
the
can
bucket,
actually do that.
and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
Or wait, I can't do that.
Now listen to me. It's
Wait,
crucial that
I'm
you
trying,
get
but
it the bucket. I don't know
he
what
doesn't
the bucket
want to.
destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait.
No.
Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality
I cannot do that.
deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable
Okay. Well, I guess the Stanley doesn't want to give the bucket away, so...
Gone. What could it mean?
Oh well.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a It takes a lot of humility to carry a bucket so magnificent. Stanley checked his ego and then proceeded onward. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find it. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Okay, let's try one of the two endings. Either the mind control turning on, or
office, Stanley was once again stunned.
or the
To discover
escape.
Not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Well,
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine. Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door.
okay, let's turn
Mind control
let's turn it on, because we've seen how the funny, like, I mean, I've played a long time ago how...
Lights rose on an enormous room packed with
Okay, I know we can
television
do this,
screens.
but we already
What
done that.
horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
I'll turn the mind control on. We'll see what happens, because the narrator was very angry on us without the bucket when we
Monitors
turned it
jumped
on.
to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine. Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
But we will betray the bucket. Most likely.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another. But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls.
Bucket betrayed us.
Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along?
Uh-oh.
To take over the machine and claim the power for itself? How
Oh
could the bucket
no.
have betrayed him like this?
It's a betrayal.
Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen. Birds, Silly birds.
What?
The control buttons became active again. Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world. The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions. Had the bucket known this all along? Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable.
Those are some very silly birds.
Paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best. And Stanley was happy.
For the first time ever, turning on mind control makes us happy. Oh, that's brilliant.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
That's brilliant.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, there's one more ending in that direction, apart from escape with the bucket, which I wanna do. Is drop down where I drop down with the bucket.
Stanley came to a set of two open doors. He entered the door on his left.
I will jump down, but I'll be alone without a bucket, and we'll see how it ends.
Person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I mean, if mind control is responsible for silly birds, that sounds like a pretty good deal to me.
Office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy.
I forgot about that.
For a few moments,
Shit.
with some calming new age music.
I forgot about that. Yeah, I mean, mind control. I wouldn't be mind control. I wouldn't mind being mind controlled.
And rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
If I was watching silly birds as a method of being mind controlled, do you feel calmed now? Well, I felt more calmed when I watched silly birds, so I wouldn't mind repeating that ending, but I have no bucket with me, so.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he? Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. Welcome! You see, back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the mind control facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development.
Oh.
And you all sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very superior about it. And you're all very, very clever. Good for you. Anyway, when it came time to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours. So here you go. New content. You can call it the bottom of the mind control room ending, if that enhances your perception of the value of these updates. Isn't that what you crave? New content?
Nice.
More content, more. And I'm here to give it to you. I'm here to make it seem like we really covered every nook and cranny of the game, with secrets and Easter eggs. How about this? We wrote a new piece of music just for this section. You won't hear it anywhere else in the game. It's a secret that's just for you. That's how special you are. We call this track, Good Job You've Made It to the Bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Well done.
Good job. You did it. Good job. on. Good job, you made it to the bottom of the mind control facility.
That's great, I love it.
You should have been careful, you should have been careful. It used to be a bug, but now it's an ending, now it's an ending. I believe in you, I believe in your ability to cross this barrier and chase your dreams. But railings don't mean anything. Good job, you did it. 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 Good job.
This is
you
my
did it.
favorite
Good
song
job,
now.
you did it.
Come on.
Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it.
Nice. 5 out of 5 song of the year. I know, right? That was great. Okay.
How long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself. Minutes? Days? Centuries? Did something crucial happen while my senses were turned? He made a note to be more careful with time from now on. Stanley cradled the bucket in a gentle embrace, protective yet delicate, assertive yet compassionate.
Okay, now we go to the escape on the
Stanley
left.
pushed the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
That was fantastic. But actually, Damien showed me another bug.
Still no one was here.
That's
Stanley needed the bucket's warmth.
if
and
they
comfort
update the
now
game
more
and
than
fix
ever.
the bug, they will
Perhaps
leave
his
it in.
boss's office
And
was where he'd coming to a
I would-
staircase, Stanley and the bucket
if I
walked
was them,
upstairs
I
to the
would
boss's office.
I would literally leave this bug in with the vent, and then they will be able to
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned
to
discover
laugh
what an
about this
indicator
as
of
well.
any human life. Crushed by the weight of this, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Okay, it is time now to see the escape ending. Kinda been delaying it for a while now. Let's see if there's a
Stanley and the
museum.
bucket walked straight ahead
like
through
last
the large
time.
door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death. The door behind them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
By the way, there was an infinite hole. Where's the infinite hole that you promised, narrator? Okay, well, for now it's similar. Let's see.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise, Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be. To be sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket, but what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This is what Stanley thought to himself, and he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere. Farewell, Stanley.
Oh,
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led hopelessly into the enormous
I knew
liquid
it.
jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end as it was crushed violently to death.
but what about Stanley though? Okay, is it the Stanley Parable too? No, it's just
It was a
the
shame,
Stanley Parable.
the death of
Okay.
such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest. It was a glorious bucket to behold.
The bucket welcomes you to the grand exhibit. You're standing at the precipice of knowledge. Much like a bucket itself, the human mind is frequently empty within, a carnivorous void. But through use of the exhibit in front of you, the mind becomes full and enriched and substantiate. Sorry, I'm bad at English. Knowledge of the bucket and its history is the only true knowledge we really have. Will you take what you learn here out with you into the world? Will you accept with an open mind what may be challenging about the information in its exhibit? Will you change the lives of yourself and your loved ones as a result of this exhibit? Or will you turn a blind eye and continue to live as you were, in ignorance and darkness? Ooh, we gotta have something really mind-boggling over here.
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own? Can you see the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his short life?
25 buckets. A photograph of 25 buckets, the greatest number of buckets ever captured on camera. The photographer experienced catastrophic catatonic shock for several weeks as a result of the euphoria from exposure to this many buckets at once. It seems like a bit more than 25 here, though. Oh, a bucket with 2 handles. This bucket is depicted as having 2 handles. Such a design has never been created in real life, having been deemed too dangerous and recklessly experimental. Every year, dozens are put to death just for attempting it. Yeah, Da Vinci reference. That's great. Very smart. Inferno bucket. A replica of the Inferno bucket, which in the medieval era was so powerfully alluring that it drove dozens of nations to war with one another for control of it. Billions died, and yet in spite of it all, the simple fact remains: no one can control a bucket. The stress bucket, an analogy. Worry, negative forecasting, negative thinking, lack of reassurance. Stress, the level of water in the bucket. Vulnerability, size and strength of the bucket. Coping strategies equals holes. Rest and relaxation, doing something you enjoy, rest and relaxation. The stress bucket, presented without commentary. Oh my. They really went out of this way to come out with the bucket lore. Cave drawing. While we know that buckets predate the existence of mankind, we do not know by how long. This cave drawing depicts early man's discovery of the practical uses of the bucket, by which time the bucket had already likely been around for several millennia. Notice in these drawings how the bucket is allowing itself to be used, having judged humanity to be worthy of its treasures. Even the animals use the bucket to drink out of it. This exhibition is great.
No man can own a bucket, and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
The hanging bucket. This piece symbolizes the necessary relationship between bucket and humanity. However clear our grasp of the bucket may be, there is yet more that it's always out of reach. This distance inevitably is for our own good. Okay, I guess I can jump in the hole from here. Is this the infinite hole or something? But I grabbed the bucket because I walked on air or something. Okay.
But there is something we can do. Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong.
Okay.
Let Stanley die.
Oh, that's a different... It's a different message.
Don't reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket. We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together. The bucket shall take its place as ruler, as leader, as commander of a new world, a new vision.
Now they told me to let Stanley die. That's harsh. It's polar opposite in the original ending. Jeez.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Stanley's bucket. The only co-worker he would ever truly need. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Nope.
No, said the bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Good,
said the bucket.
now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did
Okay,
not
we gotta
question
pick up
why
the phone
or
this
how
time.
Bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
In here,
Said the bucket.
go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Pick up the phone and it will take us back home, where we can go about life together.
Hi, PK. That bucket is great, but you're fantastic. Oh, come on, I'm gonna blush. Hi, how are you doing? Hope you're doing great. We're checking out all the other endings with the bucket and without the bucket that we missed.
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket.
Sad story?
Once upon
Come
a time,
on.
I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
Hello, Stanley. It's me, your bucket. Press F to take me to work with you. F.
The Stanley
Okay.
Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head.
Press G to take me back home with you. Yeah, I will, but can I do something? Real quick. No, okay, not here. I guess it's closed over here as well. Okay, G.
Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well? To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me.
Press Y to go back to work. Ah, we're going back and forth?
Oh, I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me? Listen to me. It's just a bucket. It can't think, it can't talk. All it will ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location. That's it. It doesn't do anything else.
Don't listen to the loud man. Press O for us to go back home.
You see, he's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares about is his awful
I like the apartment
this
though.
stupid hunk of metal.
That's a cool apartment. Press O to ignore anyone in your life except for me. That sounds like an abusive relationship or something. Honestly. So yeah, PK, glad to see you. How are you doing? How's your week been?
It's sad, but I suppose he doesn't need me anymore.
Office at
From now on,
nighttime.
He's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny bucket. Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it.
I like how it's like nighttime over here. That's a new interior, new content worthy the sequel. You believe I'm real, don't you, Stanley? Press V to go back home.
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket. It's just a little more, what am I trying to say? sturdier, more capable of transporting liquid. Like it would be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another.
Press O to relive this same day with me over and over. Not depressing at all.
Oh my god, what am I
Oh,
saying?
we're locked now.
Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket. Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than
Dramatic
just a regular
lighting
bucket?
much? Yeah, I cannot open the door. Press G to go home to work to home to work to home.
Oh no. I'm having feelings. For the bucket. Oh no. What's going on? Why do I want to be with the bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it asks.
No
What's wrong with me?
way.
I don't understand. Perhaps if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing. Yes. The bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation.
No, wait a moment. Okay, please tell me I'm not gonna see what I think I'll see. Hands on your table. All right, everyone, hands on your table. I know that's two are for 18 for the stream probably, even though my stream is for 18-year-olds or whatever. I know it might be as to adult, but I need you to keep it together and hands where I can see them. Hands above the table. All right. That's just. Can I get on? No? Okay.
Stanley, give me the bucket. Give it to me. Give me the bucket, Stanley. I need it. Give it to me now.
Close
Give it
your
all.
eyes. Okay, the sexy time went to horror time. Go back to work, Stanley. It's not over yet. Okay. Okay, it's over. Yes, it's over.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, what ending did we miss? Okay, let's
Is
try
Stanley
to go.
out the bucket? Really Stanley at all? No, surely not.
Okay, we.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct
Okay.
way to the meeting room. But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes.
But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms. How deeply touching.
Yeah, that's the engine.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started.
Rain?
And if it did,
Oh.
it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather. As Stanley
That's a
lifted his
nice
bucket,
dialogue.
He felt a connection to all buckets everywhere. This adventure, he decided, was for all of them. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly
Okay,
to his chest.
what if
This was
we-
not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Okay, one more try. I don't know if there will be an ending for this,
Well,
but
no, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
gotta check out something real
Stanley
quick.
took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes.
All
Good.
right, yeah, we'll go to the cargo lift and then
Now
back
ride the
next
lift
time.
all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of
I
course.
mean, we
because
gotta
buckets
have to
come
see
from-
the video
But
about the
Stanley chose
comedic
not
timing
to think
again.
about this
Really sorry
obvious
about
fact.
that.
He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket. Whoa, hold on. Why did you unplug the phone? Were you trying to resist the bucket's orders? Stanley, I was joking. Obviously, the bucket isn't talking to you and telling you to do things.
Tell that to
Buckets
another
can't
engine.
Talk. It was a joke. Don't you get the joke? It's funny, Stanley. A talking bucket. Can't you see? Oh, goodness. I must have really bungled up the delivery if you actually took me seriously. Where did I mess up the joke? Should I have paused for longer or spoken quicker? Comedic timing is so difficult. I wish I were better at it. But there isn't exactly an instructional video on comedy that one can watch to fully... Oh, wait, yes, there is. It's sitting right here. Let's take a look.
What is comedic timing? What is comedic timing? How does it work? How long should it last? How can it be used to effectively silence your political enemies? And more importantly, can it be taught in its entirety within 90 seconds? Thankfully, the answer to all of these questions is yes. Let's dive deeper. If you've ever told a joke or made someone laugh, in all likelihood, you did it while standing 50 to 80 centimeters from them in a room of no more than 76 degrees Fahrenheit, with one of your arms raised straight upward at a 15-degree angle from your body. These are the optimal conditions for good comedic timing. To begin the joke, start by stating and spelling your name. Next, provide a brief synopsis of the joke, including the specific times at which the recipient of the joke will laugh, and then spell out your name a second time. With these steps complete, it's time to begin the humor. Speak
It's
the
time to
entire
begin
joke
the humor.
in no more than 18 seconds and no less than 13 and a half, pausing only for bathroom breaks when necessary. When the joke has concluded, it is customary to inform your listener that the joke is over by declaring in your loudest possible voice, "I'm Dunny with the funny." Let's practice screaming, "I'm Dunny with the funny" now.
I love it. I'm Dunny with the funny. I'm Dunny with the funny.
Good. This saying is a perfect example of expectations management, which is the cornerstone of good comedy. Finally, it's time to hand out surveys. Collecting hard data from your audience on how rapt they were throughout the joke is the only way to grow or learn as a comedian. An effective survey should be no less than 10 pages long and should include the same question reprinted several times, just to ensure the survey taker is actually paying attention and not simply filling in answers at random. And that's all there is. With these strategies at your disposal, you'll have audiences doubled over in laughter and even tripled over in laughter in no time at all. Just remember to let them stop laughing at some point, you gut-busting little scamp. After all, we're each of us needed on the front lines of the war to fight the 12-legged invader who threaten our very existence and who very likely die in a hailstorm of bullets and mandibles. All of us must be prepared to give our lives to this noble cause, just as our children must do after us, and their children after them. Godspeed, and may Earth reign supreme.
This video, man.
Hey, goodness, this video is a little outdated, isn't it? Well, no matter. I think the fundamentals of proper comedic timing are still as relevant today as they were back then. So with that in mind, I believe the only way forward is for us to return to the two doors and walk through all of this again, so I can try telling my story with more appropriate comedic delivery.
I gotta go
Come
to
on,
the
let's
right,
head back.
actually, because when I went to left, he was upset at me. That's why we're going right first. And I don't remember if even any of this, like, is important at all, but okay.
I can feel it. This time, I'm really going to nail the delivery. You'll be in stitches. A talking bucket, you'll say? How ridiculous. How absurd. What a hilarious concept. The king of comedy. That's what you'll call me. Thank goodness we had the instructional video. Otherwise, who knows where we'd be right now. Well, I wouldn't be the king of comedy, that's for sure. The bucket spoke to Stanley.
The bucket spoke.
The bucket spoke. Oh, I'll figure it out on the fly. No need to overthink things.
Gotta not forget, go to the right.
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Oh, okay, never mind. It's just the same way as it was.
What? We're back at the phone already?
Okay, I guess that's...
There was supposed to be several rooms leading up to this. There was supposed to be a build-up to this point.
Oh, well.
A dramatic display of remarkable comedic wit, which
Okay. It was useless. I'm sorry. I had to try it out. Wait, what? The phone?
Good morning. Thank you for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation. We are confirming your shipment of 1,327 cardboard boxes to your place of work. Can you verify that this is correct? Excellent. Your order will arrive shortly. Thank you again for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
I just confirmed the order of a lot of cardboard boxes. Maybe in the next cycle.
in store for our bucket-loving heroes today? Let's find out.
We'll see.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Well, no, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo.
Oh, well, look who's got cold feet. Well, from here, it looks like the only way forward is down, since the lift won't be coming back, but that's okay. You've got a bucket. Did you know that buckets are routinely used as cushioning devices? It's true. You can fall on a bucket from literally any height and survive.
Yeah, I guess there's really only a
I'm
way.
serious, Stanley. Jump. Jump with the bucket. I promise you'll live. I extra double promise that you can land on the bucket and not die.
What if I go here though? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I cannot survive. Okay, let's see. Haha! Tricked ya! Well, I mean, yeah, I've been to this ending already, so I guess no point. I just will die and that's it. Or is it? Maybe I shouldn't have, like...
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time
I knew
before he
it!
found the others, wherever they were.
I
Just a matter of time.
flippin' knew it. I knew it. I ordered the boxes and now they're everywhere. Oh my god.
Now this, Stanley thought to himself, this is a bucket. And indeed it was.
They're everywhere. I knew it.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Well, no, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes.
Oh, well, look who's got cold feet. Well, from here, it looks like the only way forward is down, since the lift won't be coming back, but that's okay. You've got a bucket. Did you know that buckets are routinely used as cushioning devices? It's true. You can fall on a bucket from literally any height and survive.
Yeah.
Whoops. Looks like I was wrong. How clumsy of me.
Okay, yeah, that's basically the engine. Alright. Okay, have I done okay, the boxes are disappeared again.
What could it mean? Stanley decided
Okay,
to go to the
well
meeting.
that was
Perhaps
funny
he had simply
anyway.
missed a memo. Finally, yes, the bucket. Yes, yes, yes. I love that bucket.
Okay, have I done everything? So if we go left, we could do the plot, but go to the escape and museum, or turn on the mind control and all the other stuff in there. To the right. Looks like I've done everything I could have, right? Correct me if I'm wrong and if I messed up on something, but I mean, we could as well do what's the epilogue now, right? I mean, I cannot do these endings with the bucket because, like because Button Heaven and closing the Stanley's office is impossible without the bucket. With the bucket, I mean. So I guess I've done everything I could have, right? I went down, I went up, I went to the escape pod, I turned on the machine, I turned off the machine, I jumped down from the mind control facility. Okay, I guess we're done. I guess we can really go and do the what's it? We can go to the menu and do the epilogue now, right? I mean, let's quit the desktop once and see if another launch says anything. I don't know, like when I'm gonna be talked to with this voice, because there is a door of the achievement hunter. Maybe I should do that, but I don't like the achievement champion. That's what I mean. But I'm not sure if I can actually do that. Okay, you know, let me. Let's see. Okay, I should be able to actually do that, right?
the story of a man named Stan.
Come on. What is this achievement, man? I got it! I got the achievement! Okay, okay, before we do this, I want to try out one thing. I don't know if it works, but okay, one little thing.
Workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So I did this with the bucket, and it was quite depressing. But what if I go to the elevator
Stanley came
and
to a set of 2 open doors. He entered the door on his left.
and I just go to the elevator, right? And then I press
There was not a
go up
single person
3
here
times like I did with the bucket,
Feeling
but
a
without
wave
the
of
bucket.
disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to
Because
his
I
boss's
think that's
coming to a
what you're
staircase.
able to do.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Even without the bucket. So let's see. Because I think I did miss
Stepping
this.
into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story
okay.
as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music. Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Okay, let's try this out. Let's see what happens. And then I'll go and do the epilogue, I think. That's only fair.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Whoops, nope, never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
Okay, you can do this. So let's go and press buttons again.
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have, an incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow! I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
Okay, do we go back now? I guess. Yeah, okay, we go back.
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
Yeah, that's definitely what we haven't seen yet.
Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No. It's time once again to go back up in the elevator. I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense is killing me.
Jeez. Why so salty, narrator? You're so salty every time I'm not with the bucket, by the way. I guess it soothes you as well.
Oh my god. It's the boss's office. This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a timeout here for a minute while I process this. Okay, I'm ready. I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No! No, wait! No! I need more time to process.
I love it. That's brilliant.
All right. I have fully come to terms with it. I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality. As before, I turn to your expert eye for gripping narrative, Master Stanley.
And let's go down again.
Of course. Going back down in the elevator. How did I not anticipate it? I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before. I had no frame of reference to even anticipate it. That's just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is. A breath of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
And I can't wait for his shock when we go up again. Oh nah, he's just quiet this time. Yeah.
You know what? I've just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment. Don't you realize? It's the anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator. But the suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill.
Nah, I'm stuck in the elevator, man. Come on. That's scary.
So precious, so fleeting. Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow?
Oh no.
There we go. Isn't this so much more exciting? You know, Stanley, it seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible. They want big, explosive moments flung right in their faces from the very moment that things get started. But where's the tension? Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters? Why aren't we given time to imagine the surprises? To have to think and to anticipate and then to marvel at the eventual reveal. This is storytelling, Stanley. What you and I are doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years. And it's really all because of you. You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly, I mean it. This is unique and different. It's not like anything else out there. You see, I want stories that surprise me, Stanley. I want to have to think. I want to be engaged and not pandered to. We're being fed such unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know it, which is why we're so starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley, because you're not afraid to spit in the face of tradition. You're a role model, you know? People look up to you. Which is why, though I didn't know when to spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press conference for you.
There
so
we
that you
go.
can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life. Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning. They really look up to you, Stanley. I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them. This is the kind of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better. Oh good, we're here.
There we go, okay.
The room where we're holding the press conference should be just around the corner here somewhere.
An evening with world peace, baby. Okay.
Ah, yes.
Stanley Parable, Stanley, tonight live on stage. The man, the process, the myth, the legend, the parable, Stanley from the Stanley Parable, tonight live on stage.
All right.
To stage,
ready?
welcome
I've
Stanley.
told them you're going to speak a little bit about the nature of surprise in storytelling and what it means to craft a truly unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry. You'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart. I'm really proud of you, Stanley. Okay, it looks like they're ready for you. Go get them.
Stanley Ryder, almonds, chair, gum, table, nut bar. Okay, it's literally the same thing. Oh, wait, that's different. Break a leg, champ, your boss. Stanley, my true love for you grows every day. You make me feel alive. Your wife from the apartment ending. Like in the brackets from the apartment ending. That wife, that's like a plastic mannequin or something. Story, Stanley, me, H6. Jeez. I love the way you write elevator, XX. Thanks for showing me that cool skateboard trick in the parking lot. You are too cool. Good luck on stage. Rock on. Break leg. Okay, the boss wrote me twice. That's how dedicated and loving my boss is, right? No one tells stories the way you do. Go get 'em, Tiger. Alright. Okay, now it's 5 stars. It was 3 in the other engine with the bucket. Okay. Ooh, now there are people. Yay! Down, then up, then down, then up, then down, then up again. Presented by Stanley, and it's so loud. Hi! Yay! The glory of the moment. And it was so short.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided
I
to go with
haven't
them to
died.
Jimmy.
I mean, I died
Perhaps he'd
before,
simply
but
missed a
yeah.
memo.
Well.
One man, one bucket, one chance to seize their destiny together.
Okay. Oh. Hey, bubble co-worker. Whatever. Okay, I think I've done everything I could have by now, so I guess it's right about time we do the epilogue. Now I definitely did what I wanted to do. I really forgot about riding the elevator without the bucket. Now, I also did the achievement master, hunter, the achievement champion, but I don't know if it matters at this point. Okay, let's try the Stanley Parable 2 epilogue. It's here. Let's go. Okay. Epilogue. I hope I did everything correctly, though, so yeah. Epilogue. many, many years later. Oh, we continue in this ending. That's a... okay. That's unexpected. The first real ending of the new content that actually gave us existential crisis. Okay. Where did he get the chair from? Okay. I made a lot of screenshots here. I mean, it's actually quite beautiful, not gonna lie. I didn't get to make a screenshot. Oh well. Maybe someday. When I reset the game and play it all over again, off stream, if I do that actually. Jeez, this is quite a... Oh, the chairs. What a horrible sandstorm. But we... are we playing Dune? We really are playing Dune, aren't we? Where are the spices and the worms? We gotta be careful. Wow, it actually is beautiful. Sorry, I also did a screenshot. At least now. Oh, okay. Don't go inside, check around the house first. Okay. I trust you. So, let's see. Damn, though. There must be a capsule with the bucket. Wait, I think I can see it. Wait, is it way over there? Because it's away from the house. Jeez. Because we actually put the bucket, the original bucket, and then we got the replacement bucket. We put the original bucket at the very beginning to the whatever. To the escape pod. Nice. Okay. Thanks for hinting. So I wouldn't miss it. But having a bucket with me in the epilogue, awesome. Jeez. Okay, now I can go inside. Jeez, it's all in ruins. Cookie Nine's blog. That actual Cookie Nine. The narrator wanted to impress so much. Review the Stanley Parable 2, posted on April 27th by Cookie Nine. Like so many, I enjoyed my time with the original Stanley Parable, which underscores how truly disappointed I am with its sequel. Where the first game teamed with originality, the Stanley Parable 2 is dull, uninspired, and often it's insulting to its fan base. Rather than expand on what made the first game enjoyable, the sequel veers off into territory nobody asked for. An infinitely deep hole? Who cares? Where are the new endings? What about enjoyable bits from the Stanley Parable 1, like the adventure line? Instead, we get an uninspired side quest collecting figurines. Even this diversion feels incomplete. Collecting all the figurines gives you nothing. I must say though, I found the bucket to be quite comforting and a welcome retrieve from something. Recent posts: review the Stanley Parable 2. Sorry I haven't been blogging too much. Review SNRF2, protected post. Cookies Corner, we need to talk about sequels. Recent comments: Go Guy, review on the Stanley Parable 2. Peace Order 099 on the review. Boblin, Go Guy. And archives. Okay, I see. He didn't like it. Cat dog born. Scientists confirm a hybrid species. Котопёс. Единственный в мире малыш котопёс. I don't know if that's even a reference to that. I don't care. But heck yeah. Childhood memory retrieved. Yeah, you see, even if you played, I might miss something you missed, and that's totally fine and kind of cool. Even that we always see something others didn't. Oh, the buttons that say Jim, right?
Jim.
Yeah.
Jim.
Check the buttons, not all. Oh wait, over here there are more buttons. Okay, I'll check it out later. Also, Damien, just for a moment, right? It was enough to say, check the buttons. You don't have to spoil what one's gonna say. It's supposed to be a surprise, alright? Just a note. for the next time, if it comes. Let me find out by myself. It's not that, like... Make sure to check all the buttons. I think that's enough of a message. I mean, check the buttons in different corners or whatever. But it's okay, don't worry. Stanley Parable developers. No more spin-offs. No more sequels. July 9? Is that from the future? When the Stanley Parable launched to massive success in 2013, the creators made plans to build the property into an entire franchise. But a disastrous critical and commercial reception to the Stanley Parable 2 has prompted the developers to rethink their ambitions, as outlined in a press release they published today. It's clear that more Stanley Parable is just not what the fans want, reads the press release. We thought that we had a vision for the series that players would be excited about, yet it turns out this could not have been farther from the truth. The press release goes on to promise to preserve the artistic integrity of the original game and to stop assaulting fans with our reckless and insulting creative visions. The word sorry appears more than 25 times in the press release. Blah 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 blah. A great review scores in video game history, second something. Get on the ground. Okay. No, it's not messed up again. She did it. Nah. No, don't go away, alright? It's okay. Trust me. I mean, we all make mistakes. I am not angry with you or anything, right? It's okay. Trust me. Just... You're always welcome here. Don't worry, right? It's all good.
Stanley, Stanley.
There we go. Okay, this also has gotta be some kind of reference which I do not understand. Oh well. Are you Michael Jackson? Because you make me go hee. Okay, I'm flattered.
Stanley.
I'm very flattered. Okay, that's actually a really cool idea. Why would it not be Stanley from the very beginning? I guess to add it to one of the buttons in the end, right? Okay. Oh, look at that. All the figurines, right? Can I collect them all again? Oh my. $26 out of 6. Yay. I got them all multiple times. But what is going on? This epilogue is so dark. I don't know. Thank you for enjoying the new content. Okay, well, I guess we've been here before, haven't we? Oh, okay. This is what I was supposed to be doing. Alright. Hello again. Oh, it's the guy from the menus. I knew it. I knew it. It's nice to see you. But it's terrible to learn that there will never be another Stanley Parable game. Did you read what the developer said? Preserve the integrity of the franchise? What nonsense! The Stanley Parable is not sacred. We do not need to protect it. Screw the legacy. Let's keep making Stanley Parable games until the sun explodes. Let's run this franchise into the ground. Let's drag it through the mud and back. And if people hate it, who cares? Plushie jumped Короче, Плюша спрыгнул со шкафа. And if people hate it, who cares? You see, that was the narrator's problem. He was so obsessed with what people thought of his work. Don't make his mistake. Don't cling to the legacy. Let it burn. It's not hard. In fact, let me show you. Together, we're going to make the Stanley Parable 3. It's simple. All we do is change the number in the game's title screen. Oh, we also really need a really dumb subtitle for the game, something loud and gaudy. Go ahead, try combining some random words together to make a new title for our game. The Stanley Parable 3. Okay. Beyond, Lord of the, dealing with the legend of half employees, half employee, half curse of the, and the second half chemicals, computer virus, ice fight, lawsuit, sunshine. Okay, we gotta do something really stupid, right? Half employee, half computer virus. What about that? Stanley Parable 3, half employee, half computer virus. That's very meta, isn't it? Okay, I guess. The Stanley Parable, half employee, half computer virus. It's absurd. I love it. Every time we restart the game, we'll advance the number of the sequel by 1. And then we'll pick a new subtitle. That way, the Stanley Parable will never end. And nothing in the game itself will change when we do this either. Adding more content sounds like work. No need to do that. It's just be the same content recycled again and again and again with a new title screen. What do you say? Should we go forward with this plan? I like it, but I want you to have a say as well. Let's do it! Good, then it's agreed. A new sequel every time you start the game. And you know what? Since you've put faith in my idea, I feel like giving you something as well. You see, I'm noticing that the narrator never found a way to give you the broken achievement, did he? Of course not. I wouldn't expect him to know how. It's been bothering me. Let's fix it. Alright, there. The achievement machine is all fixed. You see, I'm on your side. We're in this together. We're going to keep this train rolling. The Stanley Parable cannot end. It can only spiral in on itself, forever. I must keep the wheel turning. I'm ready. Are you ready? Great. There's only one last thing we need to do. Please enter the current time. Okay, sure. That's funny. I kind of liked this. Okay, I guess we're gonna make infinite sequels now with this guy. Yeah, okay, it's barely visible. Thank you. Please enjoy the Stanley Parable. Your brain, the Stanley Parable 3. Half employee, half computer virus. Okay, what should I do now? Should I like play something, or should I don't know. Should I just quit the game and make it another sequel? Or should I go for epilogue again so it would like do this thing? I guess I should like... Now I can play the game and there will be the Stanley Parable 2 Expo. Ah, that Expo again. It's nice when you try to go there with the bucket. Oops, I pressed epilogue by... oops. Didn't mean to do that. I guess it should be fine, right? I hope. Okay, no, actually, let's quit to the menu. Okay. Okay, maybe I should have played through this again, but oh well.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. It's bucket time.
Yes, new content. We have it.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Okay. Nice. Let's see what it gives us. I think we'll be able to get that secret achievement, right?
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh,
As you
what?
may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013.
But I thought it was the
on
Stanley
home
Parable
computers.
3. Is that what's supposed to be happening?
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable
Is that really what's
Ultra
supposed to be
Deluxe
happening?
features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
I guess it is.
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
I don't want to do the
This
skip
sounds
ending again.
delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Wait, Stanley, I've just now realized that bucket you're holding. It's
Oh.
the bucket I've been working on for my sequel.
Okay.
How did you get your hands on it? Isn't this the preview to the sequel? How do you have the bucket already?
Okay, that's
This
new.
makes no sense at all. Hold on. Did I already show you my ideas for the sequel?
Yes.
I don't remember doing that at all. You're seeing things all out of order. All right, let's see, it's the jump circle?
Yeah, but we don't have any jumps left because we already did our jumps.
The infinite hole, the giant door, did you see them already? Stanley, none of them are ready yet. I'm still developing them. They're not even close to finished. How did they look when you saw them? Were they captivating? Were they exciting? Did they fulfill on the promise of everything that a sequel to Stanley Parable could possibly be? Had I figured out how the hell to make a sequel to this game?
It's trequel actually.
Wait, if you're still carrying the bucket around with you, if the bucket is interesting to you, that means I must have made it correctly.
Well,
Yes, you carrying the bucket with you everywhere is exactly what I set out to accomplish. The bucket is the exciting and captivating new content that I promised. I did it! I win! I made a sequel to the Stanley Parable! Yes, the sign is correct. Thank you for enjoying the new content. Thank you for taking the bucket everywhere with you, clinging tightly to the bucket, never letting it go. It means I've won. It means I am victorious over the gamers.
Sure.
It is a sweet salve of victory on my soul. Thank you for enjoying the new content. The bucket is the Stanley Parable now. They are one and the same. There is no Stanley Parable without the bucket. I win, 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 I win.
Someone's happy.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. It's bucket time.
You know what? New marker with the bucket, I'll make it. Ah! Okay, that sounds like a nice idea. Actually, I don't know if I have extra slots, but why not? That sounds like fun.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Well, technically I'm already playing like Stanley Parable 3, you know?
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features. For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked
I just can't
what
get
do
away
players
from
really want?
from
And of course,
calling
first
myself
and most obvious answer
Jim.
is that they want to be individually recognized and validated. Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
Jim.
Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory.
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name. Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first. Now, allow yourself to become Jim. Imagine yourself driving to work as Jim, playing frisbee on the weekends as Jim, staying up all night for a popcorn and horror movie sleepover as Jim, developing a crippling substance addiction as Jim, rediscovering yourself through fringe religious groups as Jim, and finally, dying a slow death at an old age, surrounded by members
That's something
of your cult
kind of
as Jim.
weird and dark.
Do you feel it in your soul? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If so, then please step forward and press the button.
No. Bye. What if I walk away? Come on, let me out. I'm not Jim. Come on, let me out. Ah. shit, okay. Guess I'll have to do this. Sounds like Jim had an interesting life. I know, right?
Jim.
Yes, you see? What a thrill, what a rush. That was you. The button described you. Do it again, do it again.
Jim.
Ooh, it hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the gym button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
Okay, I won't even like make it go away this time.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
Okay, we gotta go get the achievement now.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be
Yay!
given to you.
It's
As
given!
You can see, the machine is not working yet since... What? Wait. What in the holy hell is going on?
Ha 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 ha.
You got the achievement?
Yep.
Why did the machine work? Stanley, I didn't fix it. I didn't do anything to it. I swear, it was broken just a second ago. Who fixed it? Is someone here? Are we being watched? Oh, God. Composure? Composure.
That's what you meant, Damien.
Yes,
that
as you can see,
we are
the
being
machine
watched
is
by
working
that guy?
normal, as I intended. It truly speaks to the awe-inspiring magic of the Stanley Parable 2. Breathe. Just breathe. What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Okay, yep. We collected this one. Jump circle. Oh, let's go to the bucket, because we already have a bucket, right? Infinite jest. David Foster Wallace. Actually, I don't know, but there's the guy who watches us while we're playing several times. Check the guides. I mean...
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one.
Oh, oops.
I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with? You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is. Or actually...
Since it was
maybe
original.
I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision, we're moving on.
Okay, so let's see what happens if I go get the bucket when I already have the bucket.
Wait, there are 2 buckets here. How did you get a second bucket? Oh no, the warmth and comfort of a single bucket is already so great, so intoxicatingly wonderful. With 2 buckets, there's no telling. Stanley, can you still hear me? Are you with me? Stanley! Oh, thank God, I didn't lose you. Stanley, the power of 2 buckets was too much.
No!
I had to destroy both of them.
No!
I know
Dude!
how much the bucket meant to you, but I couldn't take the risk. I hope one day you can forgive me.
No! That actually startled me. No, not the bucket. Oh, I shouldn't have gone here. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, little bucket. I'm so sorry. And I'm not sure we've ever seen the infinite hall actually in the in the natural environment of the office, you know.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video
Nah.
game. This is in fact a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Nope. I'm out of here. Okay, this is where I wanted to go. I did the achievement, and the door is open. Okay.
Aha! I can see you've gotten the Settings World Champion achievement. Well done. You've experienced every setting, traveled to all corners of the settings menu. There's nothing you haven't
Thank
seen.
you.
So, just for you, in the Stanley Parable 2, I'm including an entirely new setting, something called bumpscosity. What exactly is bumpscosity? Well, I haven't quite figured that part out yet, but I just know that you'll be able to adjust it on some sort of slider, and that it'll be available from the settings menu. We'll sort the rest of the details out later. I hope you're looking forward to trying out every level of bumpscosity in the Stanley Parable 2.
You are the champion of setting all the sliders to all the possible numbers. Please enjoy this room. This is your room. It was made just for you. They will never set the setting sliders to every possible setting. The memes, of course. Congratulations, Settings World Champion. Great job, you did it. Is it here now already? Bumpscosity. Okay. What does it do though? It's to 1,000 now. I don't know what it does, but okay, sure. It doesn't do anything or what? Well, I guess it's just there.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential. An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Okay, well, we're kind of already at the end, aren't we? Okay. Okay, let's go to the exit then. Since we got this free achievement and got that room, I guess we can go now.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
And I guess it's...
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know
I guess
it's not
that's it.
exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not...
Am I wasting time or not? That's what I'm curious about.
Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2. I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on, let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game.
Yeah. This is where we could use the skip button.
I suppose it could, but it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable."
Well, technically it's already 3, so...
Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Oh no! I messed up. It's now 2 again. Okay. I guess I'll just have to go through the epilogue again, and then I don't know. And then quit the game and then open the game again. That's so funny. I can reset the game back to 2 if I wanted to. Well, at least we get to walk in this beautiful desert again. Sorry, I guess I got confused and we are doing the same thing over and over again for no reason. Guess I shouldn't have done that. Oh well, I was hoping there would be something new or something that I missed or whatever. At least I'll get a chance to screenshot this now, right? Like this. Isn't it beautiful? Okay. Enjoying everything as Damien would, screenshotting. Beautiful. Nah. I mean it in a good way, trust me. Because, like... Because, I mean, it's a sin not to screenshot anything here. Because it's, Yes, the game is awesome. Truly. Also, it's beautiful in this sort of ending. Okay, now we're gonna do the proper epilogue, right? Because I have to like restart the game again when I'm done with the... Yeah, I think that's what I'm supposed to be doing. But I needed to get the achievement, so that's what I did. Okay, we've seen that. Yep.
Stanley.
No more collectibles over here, by the way. Okay. Okay, is there anything else? I don't think there is. Okay. Hello again. It's nice to see you. But it's terrible to learn there will never be another Stanley Parable game. Yes, okay, we've read this. Okay, let's just skip it. Real quick. Oh, together we're going to make the Stanley Parable 4. Okay, it's 4 now, not 3. Okay. Stanley Parable 4. A whisper of, legend of, it's neither me or there. Temple of, fistful of, Saturday night. Snake, Tuesday, fight, coworkers, treasure, octopus. It's either me or the octopus. That's an ultimatum. Like, you either choose me or the octopus. Decide. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't make any sense, so that's good for us. Stanley Parable 4, it's either me or the octopus. It's absurd, I love it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we already got this. Don't worry about it, we already got this. You are playing the Stanley Parable 4. It's either me or the octopus. Awesome. Okay, we quit now. Then we launch it again. And maybe we'll get the 5 or something. I mean, one way is to go through the epilogue again to get the new sequel, but he said that we can restart the game and get the new sequel, right? Yeah, there we go. The Stanley Parable 5. Temple of is forbidden. The glow dreams of. Telephone choice circles Tuesday coworkers pantry. Forbidden choice. Nah, it's too basic. Dreams of circles. Dreams of circles. I love it. Okay. Dreams of circles. Whatever that is. Okay. That's the Stanley Parable 5 now. Let's see, the Stanley Parable 6. Yes, Stanley Parable 6. The last ever unforgivable journey to wacky grilled one with the champion snake circles laser water pirate. The last ever champion? I don't know. The last ever champion. Yeah, let's do this. Oh, it's like this. I like this screen actually. It's kinda absurd. The Stanley Parable 6, the last ever champion. Okay, guess we start it again and see what happens next. How long are we gonna have these sequels? Stanley Parable 7. Original game of Book of Death, In Search of Word of Death. Whole Spiders, Telephone Gun, whatever that is. In Search of Hole. I don't know. Lord of the Hole. Yeah, Lord of the Hole. I'm the Lord of the Hole. It doesn't make any sense. But okay. Is this the boss? He finally appears in the sequel. In one of the sequels. Wow, that's Pog. That's Pog. Okay, let's go and see what the Stanley Parable 8 has to offer. Spectacular, expired baby attack on, pocket full of it's either me or the sequel skeleton turns ancient furniture sunshine. Attack on sequel, I don't know. Pocket expired sequel. We're just too self-aware, you know. Okay, this is the most badass title screen to ever exist. Honestly. Okay. I'm totally spamming my friends right now with started playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, and then started playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, and again playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. I'm just doing this over and over again. Stanley Parable 9, Stanley versus. Oh, I like Stanley versus Explosion, Hole Punch, Challenge, Snake, Monkey's Gun versus Explosion, Stanley versus Hole Punch and Challenge. The greatest crossover of all time, Stanley versus Snake. Do you like it? The music, man. If it's Solid Snake, of course. Yeah, that's what I was referencing, even though I didn't play Metal Gear Solid. The emote is done, you can check it. Oh, okay, I will. A bit later. After the stream, maybe? But yeah, wow. It was fast, dude. The Stanley Parable 10. Dealing with the original return to choice, skeleton, mind control machine, birthday party, day out, swimming pool. I mean, the final choice is like really, like, I don't know. This choice is very like ordinary, but the final birthday party, yes, it's okay. Yes, I love it. The final birthday party is much more like, I don't know how to say it, like edgy. It's so much